Today we are reviewing the Ping i230 iron. Okay, so this has replaced the i210. It was released here in the UK about 6 months ago, and so far it's been super popular in this category of iron. Okay, so what is it aiming to do? Well, it's aiming to largely control distance. Okay, so it's not necessarily for someone out there that's looking for a massive amount of distance. It's more to control the spin and control the distance. Okay, so lots of the kind of tech around it is largely to control the spin in the form of the Micromax grooves, and also this Hydro Pearl finish that they've introduced on several of their players' irons, if you like. Okay, the idea of today really is just to hit a few shots, give you my honest opinion around the feel, in particular looking at that dispersion, that distance control. Okay, so let's hit a few shots. This is a 33 degree head, 33 degree loft, so fairly standard in this day and age. I'm using the standard stock shaft that comes with it, which is a Dynamic Gold 105 S300. Let's hit some shots. You know, looks wise, you know, it looks really nice. I think this is quite a sort of plain looking club. You know, not too much going on in terms of looks. The only obvious thing is you've got the sort of toe and the tip weights. They're there purely for forgiveness, just to get that perimeter weight in, just to get some forgiveness in the head. It's got the multi-material badge as well inside the head, so that is all around to sort of give you that pleasing feel, pleasing sound, so it doesn't feel too hollow as such. A little bit off the bottom. Yeah, good spin there, 6,100. That's kind of what we're looking for. You know, we're seeing a lot of the hollow bodied clubs. You know, I've recently reviewed the 530 where the spin's a little bit too low. So in this club, you're going to see higher spin numbers, more control with the distance. Little bit heavy, but not too bad. Yeah, good hit. Yeah, so about 175 carry, launching at a decent number, 17.5, spin 5.5, that's absolutely fine. Pretty good. Yeah, 177, good. Again, very subtle, but I actually really like this white line on the bottom groove here. Just helps you square that face up there at setup. Really nice. But so far, so good. That felt nice. Again, I want to see the good shots there, you know, because I want to see that spin. 5,600 is really nice. So I know that, you know, if it is a good, you look at those last three good strikes there, 175, 177, 175. So we're seeing that consistency. So if you're a, you know, relatively consistent ball striker, you can have confidence that this club's going to get you, hit those numbers that you're looking for. $170, good. Okay, let's just hit two more. It's definitely doing what Ping is setting out to do. So it's not going to be the longest club in the world, but it's certainly not short. But it's, as I say, it's giving you that sort of consistency. Good strike there. 179. So, you know, they're getting some good yardage off it. Okay, let's just hit one more before we look at the numbers. Not 100%. Yeah, slightly heavy, that one. So initial thoughts, I like it. You know, I really do. I think it's going to You know, I'd say it has sold well for me in the last 6 months or so. But I do feel, you know, you're probably looking at your better golfer. I'd probably say, you know, high single figures and down. You know, I think I've even seen one or two tour players using this club. So you're definitely going to be looking at your better golfer, someone that's not necessarily striving for distance, but more, as I say, that distance control. Okay, let's take a close look. Let's first of all look at the dispersion. As I say, it's zoomed in a little bit here, but I mean, we've got 6 of the shots fairly straight, 1 right miss, 1 left miss. But you know, really what we're interested in is spin numbers, which is obviously a big talking point, and what you can see there in that spin rate column is the fairly consistent, the average of 5.5, but nothing's really wavering about too much, so that's really encouraging. Okay, so ball speed 118, so you know, decent. You know, it's not clearly not the quickest, but you know, it's actually going to give us some good distance. So you look at the average carry there, 172, but you can see there's not a massive range. So the shortest at 163, the longest at 177. So you know, there's a fairly tight range there. So if we look at, you know, from an average carry of 172, it's plus or minus 5 yards, so quite tight. So I know that if I've got, say, a 170 flag with a good strike, I'm not going to be long of the green, I'm not going to be short of the green. Okay, and then average side plus or minus 28 feet, so fairly consistent, fairly accurate. You know, and I do, you know, you might even see some guys potentially having that sort of combo set as well. Okay, so you know, if you've got your I-230, your next one down, you've got the I-59, you've also got the blueprints as well now that have been introduced. So these may well make up a combo set, but as a set on the whole, I do think they're very good. You know, very neat design, clean looking head, micromat screws clearly doing the job. Definitely worth checking this one out, guys, if you're on the market for a distance control iron. As always, guys, if this is your first time watching my channel, please consider subscribing. As always, post any comments down below, and I'll look forward to seeing you again very soon.